I've officially been up for 24 hours now, so we will be drinking Red Bull today. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Usually I cover all things fashion here, and we will be doing that tomorrow once the red carpet looks come out tonight. But I've spent a lot of time watching almost all of the Oscar-nominated movies. I'm going to give my opinions and say who I want to win, who I think's going to win, share some hot takes, because there's some movies that people love and I didn't get it. I think it's only fitting that we start with the Best Picture nominees. So we have Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. Now, I had seen The Substance, Wicked, and Dune Part 2 before I started preparing for the Oscars. All the other ones I've watched since then, except for I'm Still Here, which I'm very sad about because I heard that it's such a good movie and can't wait to watch it. It's only available for pre-order right now. Now here, we're already going to get into some hot takes, okay? Everyone loved Anora. I did not. I'm sorry. I really didn't like it. My Letterboxd review was literally, Igor was the best part of this movie. He was. New Yorker. I know I don't sound like it. I'm not from the city. But I just like certain people pull off doing that sort of really deep Brooklyn, Queens, like I've lived in New York my whole life kind of accent. And I just don't think Mikey Madison did it. And I don't mean any disrespect to her. I think she's great. She's stunning, good for her. I just found her character really annoying. The most, that I felt to her character was at the end where she finally, broke down. The rest of the movie, I hated, Vanya. He was so annoying. I'm so sorry. No offense to any of the actors. I just think he was so annoying. It was a fun movie to watch, I guess, but I just really didn't enjoy it, and I definitely don't think it's Best Picture worthy. The Brutalist, amazing. I think this is definitely in the running for Best Picture. I think this would definitely be a Best Picture movie. It was 3 hours long. It had an intermission. It was split into different parts. They had little title screens and everything. I really didn't think I was going to be into it. And I sat myself down, watched it, and I was like, okay, wow. No, that was good. A Complete Unknown. All I got from it, to be honest, was that Bob Dylan was an asshole. Love Timothy, think he did a great job. I think the movie was good. I don't think it's going to win Best Picture. Dune Part 2, loved Dune Part 2, but I definitely think since that came out earlier last year, no one's going to remember it. It's not going to be on the top of anyone's head. And I believe it's nominated for other things. Yeah, it's nominated for Best Sound, Best Visual Effects. Definitely, I think it's in the running for those awards. I don't think, however, that it's going to do Best Picture. Emilia Perez. If Emilia Perez steals awards from movies that I thoroughly loved and enjoyed, I'm going to be very upset. I don't think the storyline of Emilia Perez was bad, okay? I think it needed to pick one genre. I love a good musical. We'll get into that in a second. I don't think it should have been a musical. It was such a deep drama, and I think it was also supposed to be kind of satire, not even satire, it was supposed to be sort of comedic. But it was such serious topics. We're talking about cartels, drug lords. We're talking about transgender operations. We're talking about all different stereotypes and everything and all different problems. And I think that it would have been such a better movie if they just stuck to a plain old drama about it. Cut out the It's very nice to meet you. I'd like to talk about sex change operation. Take that out. I'm sorry. Why do I know it? Why do I know it off the top of my head? Nickel Boys, I think this is gonna be snubbed, to be honest. It's not nominated for much. I think it deserved a lot more. I think cinematography, the fact that they're not on that list is a crime. That it's so underrated. Like no one so many of these movies are like so hyped up. You see commercials and trailers, everything for them everywhere. And yet Nickel Boys, it's like no one was talking about. No one talked about it. Nobody talked about it. Nobody. The Substance, I think it's going to win a lot of awards. I think actress, I think Demi Moore definitely should be in the running. Definitely should be up there. That movie like really like hit a spot in my brain. Like I don't even know. Like it was just like it had such like a deeper underlying meaning, but it was just like gore and just like horror aspects, but it was so good. I When I was on campus at SCAD in Savannah, we had the the SCAD Film Festival, and Margaret Qualley and I think Demi Moore was there too. They were both there, but I couldn't get tickets to the Substance screening, so I watched it not so legally. Um, and I was like, holy shit, I wish I saw it when the actresses were literally in the building. And finally, Wicked. Don't even get me started on Wicked. I cried. I I know a lot of people were crying at the end, and I knew I was gonna because I literally cried at the Smurfs a couple years ago. Like I thought they killed off Smurfette, and I like started sobbing, and my mom was like, "This is the Smurfs." I would love and die for Wicked to win. And do I think it's gonna happen? Maybe. I do just think that like other movies like The Brutalist, like I feel like those are more the typical Oscar best picture kind of things, like a serious drama that's like well produced and everything. Who I want to win? Wicked. Who I think's going to win? I would probably go The Brutalist. Okay, I'm sorry I spent so much time talking about best picture, but there was a lot to go over. Next, we're going to go over best actor. Now we have Adrian Brody from The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet, a complete unknown, Coleman Domingo, Sing Sing, amazing movie, Ralph Fiennes, Conclave, Sebastian Stan, The Apprentice. I love Sebastian Stan. I love Timothy Chalamet. Ralph Fiennes, I think he did a great job in Conclave. I don't think any of them are gonna win. I think it's between Adrian Brody and Coleman Domingo. I think they both did so good. If you haven't seen Sing Sing, highly recommend. I got emotional. I didn't cry, but I teared up a little bit. There were waterworks still. And Coleman Domingo is just, he puts on such a performance, and like you can tell he really like feels everything about his characters like in his soul. Both of them, I like felt it. I felt the passion that they had. And I would love either of them to win. I am gonna say I think Adrian Brody's gonna win, and I would like Coleman Domingo to win. Best actress, let's get into it. Okay. Cynthia Erivo, Wicked. Carlos Sofia, Gaston. Can you guys tell I'm really white? Like I'm sorry. It's nothing against anybody. I just really I can't do it. For Amelia Perez, Mikey Madison and Nora, Demi Moore, The Substance, Fernanda Torres, I'm Still Here. Like I said, I had not seen I'm Still Here. I heard Fernanda Torres was phenomenal in it, and I'm sure if I watched it, I would probably agree and would be saying that I think she's going to win, which I still think she could based off of just what I've heard from other reviews. I think out of the ones I have seen, though, I think Cynthia Erivo or Demi Moore. Everyone loved Wicked. Everyone. I don't really know anyone that didn't like Wicked. If you didn't, go watch it again, maybe. I don't really know what else to tell you. But I also think that this award season so far, like we had the SAG Awards, what's the other one? Golden Globes. Um, and Demi Moore is killing it, and she won her first award, and she said it was like her first award ever, which makes me so sad. Like, she's been in the industry for a while. She deserves something. Like, you didn't give her anything. This is her first time. I think, honestly, I'm gonna say I am rooting for Demi Moore, and I think Demi Moore is gonna win. Best Adapted Screenplay, we have A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. This is hard because I feel like this is one of the categories that I think A Complete Unknown could win in. Like, wasn't really saying it would win for Best Picture. I think it could work for this, maybe. But when I tell you there are only two movies in here that I think should win or get runner up, and that's Nickel Boys and Sing Sing. Best Original Screenplay, Honora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5th, and The Substance. This is hard. I feel like Honora's gonna get a lot of awards, and I'm just gonna be like completely wrong with all my predictions. And I think I'm just being biased because I didn't really get it. Like, I didn't feel anything really from watching it, And I can always connect to like a feminine rage movie. And I didn't get that. I didn't get that feeling. Um I think The Substance, The Brutalist, September 5th, I did not finish watching it. It's actually paused on my TV right now. Um but I'm going to go with I think The Substance, A Real Pain, The Brutalist. In my humble opinion, I would go for A Real Pain. Okay, I'm gonna speed run a couple of them just to kind of pass through really quick. Best makeup and hairstyling, It's a Different Man, Emilia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Wicked. I think A Different Man and The Substance, probably top two contenders. I am definitely rooting for The Substance though. I'm just a hardcore supporter of The Substance, honestly. I think that's what I'm getting from filming this. But that whole Sue Elizabeth like monster creature at the end, I know that took hours. I used to have a makeup Instagram account. I know that took hours. Best original score, The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Wicked, The Wild Robot. Wicked. Original score, you gotta give it to the musical. And don't say, oh, but Amelia Perez is on the list. I'm not calling that a musical. That's not a musical. That's a serious drama that has randomly displaced musical numbers. Best original song, Amelia Perez, 6888, Sing Sing, Amelia Perez. Oh my god, did I nominate twice? Elton John, Never Too Late. I am gonna go with Sing Sing. That song that they played at the end, it's called Like a Bird. That's what it's nominated for. I'm telling you, watch Sing Sing. Watch Sing Sing. Best production design, Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, Wicked. Wicked. John Chu literally planted like a million flowers in that field to get that like rainbow shot in the beginning. Best sound, A Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Wicked, The Wild Robot. I would go either Dune Part 2 or Wicked. Best visual effects, Alien, Romulus, Better Man, Doom Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Wicked. I'm gonna go Doom Part 2, definitely. For visual effects, come on. Give it to Dune. Best animated feature, we have Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, and The Wild Robot. I did not watch The Wild Robot yet. I'm gonna watch it today. The other one I did not watch is Wallace and Gromit. No offense to the creators of Wallace and Gromit, but I have always had like a deep rooted like fear of that like claymation style. Like as a kid, like Shaun the Sheep and everything, like that animation style literally gave me nightmares. And I was like, if there was one movie I wasn't gonna watch, like because I didn't have time, it was gonna be Wallace and Gromit. I watched Memoir of a Snail earlier. I watched Flow yesterday. I can handle animation that doesn't really have any like speaking, but I really disliked the animation style in Flow. I think that the animals kind of just looked like kind of like cheap CGI. Inside Out 2, not as good as the first one, sorry. Memoir of a Snail though. I watched that this morning. I think my my letterbox review was, "Oh Pinky, my beloved," because that's this it was so good. Like I wasn't expecting it to kind of go like raunchier. Like when I think of an animated feature film, like I'm immediately thinking of something meant for kids. There was parts where I was laughing, there was parts where I was like heartbroken and like it just at first when I saw the animation style, I was like, "Oh god, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this." I loved it. I loved it. So I'm going to give best animated feature to Memoir of a Snail. Best cinematography, The Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Maria, Nosferatu. I would say Dune Part 2 out of those. I think that there's some on the list that definitely should have been nominated for Best Cinematography and weren't. I don't think Nosferatu has a place anywhere on the Oscars ballot. I think get it out. I hated that movie. I hated Nosferatu. And I will say that with a passion. Now, to wrap it up, of course, we had to end it with Best Costume Design. We have A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Gladiator 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked. I don't know why Gladiator 2 is even on here, to be honest. I think this is like I think that's the only one it was nominated for too. I think the only thing it was nominated for was for costume design and like out of anything you could have given to Gladiator 2, like I thought it was a pretty good movie. Out of anything you could have given them, you gave them costume design and I'm really confused about that. So I feel like we all know what I'm going to say. I feel like we all know it's going to be Wicked. And that's about it. Give Wicked all the awards, honestly. Let's just wrap it up. Cynthia and Ariana, they're performing tonight. Let's do it. It said that I saw something that said that they were gonna have like a 10-minute performance. I'm all for it. I'm there. I'm sat. Congratulations, Wicked. You won my Oscars ballot. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this kind of video, let me know down below. I am a major film nerd, if you couldn't tell. I took a film class in high school and I just Letterbox is my home. Follow me on Letterbox. I'm gonna link my Letterbox because I love Letterbox. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you after the Oscars.